Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jivan San. And this is the episode 4 of How Not to Play Plan B Terraform. In the previous episode, we had arranged the transportation of oxygen and reinforced concrete to all three cities, and we were touching upon the topic of arranging greenhouse gases. Now, how does that happen? Let's follow that. Right now, we are checking on the flow of the previously mentioned material into the cities. On the right side, it seems Dhaka is looking good and Hangzhou is just as good. The resource of steel is also looking good. But the flow is not enough. So I provide more trucks to help balance it out. Yeah, much more balanced. Two cities ready. And finally, let's look at the agenda. Looks like its oxygen flow is almost dead. Now we look upon arranging high-tech parts, which is a required material for the greenhouse gas production. I accidentally placed an assembly plant instead of a factory for the production of high-tech parts. The primary things are aluminum and polymer. I use the same road that was being used for aluminum uh, to create oxygen generators and deliver aluminum to the factory of high-tech parts. And there's a huge production center for mechanical parts, which is again a requirement for the greenhouse production plant. So I instead initiate the movement of those parts as well. As you can see, the production center for greenhouse gases itself requires high-tech parts and mechanical parts. So it's time to move the high-tech parts to the greenhouse production center. As you know, polymer is made of carbon, which is available from the production of oxygen. So we start moving polymer to the high-tech material. I place a few more factories for polymer production. Again, the same idea. Create a transport line for moving aluminum to the production center. I improve the production ability for the aluminum by using Mark II depots and spreading out the extractors further ahead. Now for the new transportation line for the aluminum. As you can see on the right side, both Hangzhou and Dhaka are facing something wrong, going red. They go randomly between green and red, meaning something is not going perfectly. We will check that out shortly. Production of high-tech parts is much more important. Now you can see production of high-tech parts is perfectly moving, and I increase the speed of the production with a total of 3 factories. Time for another transportation line for high-tech parts to the production center for the greenhouse gas generators. Previously, the aluminum was being used for atmospheric extractor. Now it's going to be used for high-tech parts that are going to be used for the production of greenhouse generators. Now you can see the production of greenhouse gas production center has initiated in the assembly plants. Now let's look at what's wrong with exhaust. Seems neither reinforced concrete or oxygen is being properly flowed. It has essentially been choked for oxygen because there is hardly any flow of carbon that can be used for the production of polymer. Finally, we can now move more oxygen into Hansa. Let's check out the reinforced concrete production. You notice once again the flow of sulfur in production of concrete is again very low. Time to move it further. Not enough factories, and transportation is also almost dead. Best solution is to be production of placing 3 factories for each production. I use transportation programs for creating more extractors for sulfur and moving into the factories. Three trucks for the line. Not the best flow, but it is struggling. Trying to catch up with the number of trucks versus number of containers per move flowing. Now, if you see the arrows going across the planet, it is the movement of the water lines, essentially the highest to the lowest points. Now, a greenhouse gas requires sulfur and frisium, that is SF6. For 1 unit of sulfur, 6 units of frisium. If we locate the blue line, that is where the most likely flow of uh, river would be available. And as you can see, there is a point where all 3 rivers are coming to end. That is where a sea would be created. Time to move some sulfur into the new plant that I've placed for at the highest position of the flow closest to Hangzhou. Okay, seems everything is set. And with this let's close this episode. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And see you in the next one. Good day once again.